Videos all over social media show the problem.
Check out the door your Instagrams, and we got you on the balloons.
Watch in this Instagram video where this person inhales a balloon filled with a gas called nitrous oxide, or NOS. His passenger, tank situated between his legs, fills up the next hit. The decision to drive is not only dangerous, it can be deadly. Last year, an 11-year-old girl was killed at a Boyle Heights intersection when police say the driver, who was speeding and inhaling NOS, caused a chain reaction crash that killed her. And here, police say the driver of this car was drunk and inhaling NOS when he crashed into 3 parked cars in South LA. 2 girls who were his passengers were badly injured.
These car crashes, when kids inhale this stuff, they pass out. In almost every case, it's a horrific crash, and some kids die from it.
How about some of that?
Ed Scott personally knows the pain of losing a child to the dangers of NOS. In 2014, Scott's 17-year-old son Eddie was the passenger in a car when he was killed in a wreck. Scott says the driver had inhaled a balloon, passed out, and then crashed into a tree. Eddie was killed instantly.
My objective is to get it off the streets and stop selling it to kids and stop killing kids.
Oh, that's a big balloon, man.
As the mayor of Rialto, a city in San Bernardino, Scott has enlisted the help of his city's police department to go after the companies he says is supplying NOS to young adults and minors. Officers are also making more busts on the street.
Hey, bud. What's that? Tank in the back.
Body cam footage from a Rialto police officer records a traffic stop where 3 teens are caught with a NOS tank in the back seat.
Obviously, you have the NOS tank hanging out right there in the back. But technically, you are under arrest for possession of NOS. Okay?
The teens tell the officers they picked up the gas-filled tank for a party.
You've been to high school parties, yeah.
For balloons.
Yeah.
To inhale.
But that admission isn't enough. Police want to know where the teens bought the tank.
You say you just got it? Where do you get it from? Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero. It's a name police say they've heard from other people caught with tanks in their cars. Sub-Zero is a car repair shop out in Ontario. Nitrous oxide is only legal for medical use and car racing, but Rialto police suspect many automotive shops are selling it knowing young adults and minors are inhaling it. In August of 2017, Scott says police set up a sting operation at Sub-Zero where an undercover officer tried to buy nitrous for recreational use.
The undercover officer who went in and clearly told them, I'm purchasing this for a party for my nephew, and they went ahead. Not only did they sell it to him, his tank wasn't a good tank, so they sold him another tank.
In California, buying nitrous is easy. The only requirement is that you're over 18 and that the store documents the sale.
Okay, are you aware of any misuse of NOS?
I know some of the kids that come, they're actually going to use it for.
So you've seen people inhaling balloons here before?
We've caught 1 or 2 cars before, and we've tried to stop them, but they just take off.
Scott said automotive shops also have a liability waiver absolving them of any responsibility if the gas is misused. Because turning away customers, whether they're using it for racing or inhaling, means losing big business.
We've calculated that Sub-Zero in Ontario was probably making as much as $325,000 a year selling nitrous oxide.
So you said you went to go fill up your NOS tank?
Police cited 2 Sub-Zero employees, including the owner, for selling nitrous without proper documentation. They've pled not guilty and have gone through a pretrial hearing. In California, the offense is only a misdemeanor. That's why Scott wants Congress and the FDA to impose more penalties for those caught selling to kids. In his next quest to crack down, Scott is going straight to the source, holding a protest outside another company, Air Source Industries in Long Beach. He's also suing the company over the wrongful death of his son. Scott's lawsuit claims the FDA identified Air Source as one of the largest suppliers of NOS to automotive shops in Southern California. Their tanks were found during the Sub-Zero sting and also during a raid at RCO, a Rialto auto body shop.
That's the place my son bought it at. Those tanks also had Air Source's name on it. Air Source clearly knows what they were doing.
The lawsuit states that AirSource continued to supply RCO and other stores with more nitrous oxide than could be sold and used for legitimate purposes. The company responded with a statement that reads in part, AirSource condemns the illegal sale and use of automotive-grade nitrous and has complied with all laws and regulations pertaining to the wholesale distribution. In the meantime, Ed Scott says his mission continues to wake people up to the dangers of nitrous, not only on the party scene, but also when abused behind the wheel.
Well, let's have a party tonight, all right?